Pat's a diabetic. Pat came to me. He doesn't have any weight issues. He's actually like 6 foot, 200 pounds. So it's a reasonably healthy body weight for sure. But his blood sugar levels are up. His A1C's been up for, about 20 years. And we just started getting some more accurate data on the blood sugar levels. They are coming in at 150 and 200 in the morning, which is too high. More like 100, 110, 120 at most is reasonable. So he's been sharing some of his pictures to start figuring out how to better proportion. In general, I like doing a protein, a fibrous carb like fruit or vegetable, and a starchy carb. And for this, we have the protein as a roast beef. We've got some yogurt. We've got oatmeal, and we have blueberries with an English muffin here. And so this is a significantly better choice of what he has been eating before. And then we move into, I also want him walking. So if you walk after you get done eating, it not only helps improve, say, digestion, but manage blood sugar levels too, especially with a diabetic. We want blood sugar levels to be blunted and not just keep going up and up. So what we did suggest a quarter cup of oats, and it definitely helps with both pieces of the English muffin, but I would say do a half cup of oats and only half of the English muffin. And for him, the processed carbs in the English muffin of the bread is going to possibly impact his blood sugars quite a bit more. So bread's processed, oatmeal isn't, and he wasn't sure what processed carbs are. So chickpeas, as an example, are whole foods, whereas hummus is a blend of oil and ground up, mushed up chickpeas. So when we get processing, generally makes food taste better, makes it last longer, but it also can raise calories and blood sugars as well. So I go into sharing what this is, and this is important to share with you too. There's 4 different types of the process going into ultra processed foods. So the first one is minimally processed foods. These are your whole foods. They might be clean, dried, or frozen, but it's basically just the food at its normal situation. Then we have the processed culinary ingredients, and so things like looking at the process of grinding, pressing, refining, salt, butter, oils are things there. Then we have processed foods. This is the combination of the unprocessed with the processed going in, the culinary ingredients going into processed foods. So these make it taste really good and make it enjoyable to the palate. So think of like adding salt to something is a really easy way to think about it, like salted nuts or ham or bacon. They all can be salted and it makes it taste good. Then we get to the ultra processed foods, which is really challenging our obesity situation, a weight gain situation, because these are very easy palatable foods that it is not only are we adding the salt, sugar, and fat, but artificial colors. We've got flavors, preservatives, thickeners, emulsifiers, and artificial sweeteners. So think of mass-produced things in a bag that have a nutrition label on them that are often found as junk food. So breads and crisps or chips or crackers or all these things are mass-produced. They taste great. They're really easy on the brain. They send those dopamine hits to the brain, and all of a sudden, you're wanting a heck of a lot more. So that's something that we want to eat as much of these unprocessed foods and minimize the ultra processed foods.